So we are recording everybody. Okay. So motion to approve the minutes. I do want to make an adjustment to the minutes, Tabitha, that we just scratched the PowerPoint discussion in section 5.
Okay.
All right. All right, so today, everybody, we're going to, as you all saw in the emails, and I know you all have been getting a lot of emails, so thank you for your patience with that, and I hope the emails are as clear as possible. If you all have like any suggestions for me or Tabitha as far as what you all need to see when it comes to the emails or how you want things laid out or presented, please feel free to let me know. I'm a student of learning, so I can learn from you all just like you all can learn from me. Yeah, so today is election day. And so, as we go through elections, I sent out both the executive positions and the committee chairs. And so, as we go through them, you're going to see the positions on the screen. And when you see the positions on the screen, if you want to run for that position, you're going to do the raise hand button on your screen. Does everybody know how to do that? There's a section on your screen for raise hand. Okay. And so that's going to let me and Tabitha know who is running for that position. I want you all to do a 30-second speech for everybody that's here. The reason why I want you all to do this in person is because everybody's new, all right? Or not everybody's new, but there's new people here and there's people that have been here before, but this is a good way to introduce yourself to your teammates and everybody. And so people can know, kind of get a little bit of who you are. And also, if you feel like somebody would benefit from a position, you can also recommend them. One of the things I want to point out from the email is that if you are elected to an executive chair position, you are not able to serve as a committee lead. You can help with the committees, but you cannot serve as a committee lead. Before we begin, do we have any questions from anybody? Great. All right. Chairperson/president. So we're going to have the position and we're going to have the position description on the side as well. And so if you want to run for this position, please raise your hand. Okay, one person. Anybody else? Go once, twice. So, all right, Jacob, give us your 30-second speech.
All right. Hello everyone. My name is Jacob Taylor, and I'm proud to say that I was born, raised, and I plan to continue living in the city of Winston-Salem. From a young age, I've dedicated myself to serving the city and its councils. Having spent 4 years on the college advisory, I'm at 4 years on the Youth Advisory Council, and now I'm approaching my second year on the College Advisory Board. This experience has equipped me with a greater understanding of our community's needs and the ability to maximize our collective time, efforts, and talent. If granted this privilege, which I'm unopposed, so I'll strive to ensure that every idea is heard and every opportunity is seized in hopes to ultimately create a brighter future for the city of Winston-Salem and its youth. So thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. And so for practice, what we're going to do, just in case we have a lot of people contending for one position, you are going to, after all the speeches are done, you're going to send Tabitha chat personally to her saying who you want elected for the position. So she gets it personally and she can count them and it's anonymous. For this, because it's just Jacob, my only question is, does anybody oppose? All right. If that's nobody opposes, then Jacob, you are our new 2024-2025 chairperson for the College Advisory Board. Congratulations, Jacob. Good job. And oh, you can put reactions in the chat. I don't know if y'all can do that. Know how to do it. See? React. There you go. Put reactions. So good job, Jacob. All right, next position. Vice Chair. So Vice Chair, anybody running for this position, please raise your hand.
Excuse me. I don't have the raise hand option, but I would like to run for vice chair.
Okay, that works. Anybody else? All right, Jordan, give us your elevator speech.
Alrighty. Good morning, all. My name is Jordan Moore. I am a sophomore at the illustrious Winston-Salem State University. As a proud Winston-Salem native, I have served on the Youth Council, an intern for the East Ward, gaining valuable experiences in community service and civic engagement. It is my goal to serve as your vice chair, where I will provide strong leadership and unwavering support, ensuring both the council and our chair achieve great success. I am dedicated to making a positive impact and working collaboratively to move us forward. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. My only question, like last time, does anybody oppose? If not, congratulations, Jordan, for being our new vice chair. Congratulations. All right. Next position. Oopsie. Secretary. So for those who want to run for secretary, please raise your hand. I love how this is going very smoothly. Layla, give us your 30-second speech.
Hi guys, my name is Layla. I also go to Winston-Salem State and I'm a sophomore and I'm also a Winston native. So this is my first year in CAB, but I was in YAC last year and so I shadowed the secretary for YAC. And I just seen how the process goes and I wanted to bring those skills over here and help us stay on top of things. So I'm committed to this board and I want all of us to get as much out of this as we can. So that's why I want to be secretary.
Love it. Any opposes? Well, cheers to you, Layla. Congratulations. Historian. Anybody want to do historian? No raises of hand. Anybody want to nominate or recommend anybody?
I would like to recommend Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay. Jeremiah, do you accept? No pressure.
I accept.
All right, well, that works then. So, Jeremiah, since you're going unopposed as well and you were recommended, congratulations. Good job, Jeremiah. All right. So now this is where we're getting to the committee chairs. And so the executive positions have been filled, and now we're going through committee chairs. So this one is for the College Advisory Council of Community Projects. So who would love to run for this position? Sky? Anybody else? All right, Sky, take it away.
Hi everybody, I'm Sky Sykes. I attend Salem College. It's about 3 minutes from WSSU. We have a club here called Rotaract, and it's a community service-based club, which I'm president of. I'm not a Winston-Salem native, I'm from Atlanta, but I'm interested in living here long-term after school and learning the problems of Winston-Salem. And I know that CAB is about fitting the needs of college students, and I have events like in my head, like community service opportunities for volunteer hours, a business clothes drive for people who might not be able to afford things for interviews, and a big career fair that fits everybody's career. And I'm looking to make Winston-Salem a better place for college students and make it better for them to live here after.
Love it. Any opposes? Great, Sky. Yep.
We didn't let Jeremiah say his speech for historian.
Oh, Jeremiah, my bad. Give us a second. We'll do this one and then we'll let Jeremiah say something. Any opposes? Great. Congratulations, Sky. And I'm gonna go back. Jeremiah, talk to us.
So my name is Jeremiah Washington. I go to school at Forsyth Technical Community College here in Winston-Salem. I'm not a Winston-Salem native, but I do have experience with the Youth Advisory Council and contributing to the newsletters. and I do attend a lot of events and have attended a lot of events with YAC and plan to with the College Advisory Board. So I do think that I'll be able to contribute a lot towards this role within CAB.
Thank you, Jeremiah. And thanks for that, Tabitha, for catching that. So we just did this one, and that was on Sky. Public relations PR. Who is interested in the public relations position? Any recommendations? Anybody? I'm gonna need somebody to please step up. Tabitha, are we allowed to recommend? I don't know.
I don't see why we couldn't,
Okay.
as
Trey?
long as they accept.
I think you knew it was coming.
I have no problem in the position. I just know that with the capacity of our workload at School of the Arts, even being here is a stretch of our abilities. We work like 15-hour days every day. So I get a bit hesitant. I would
Don't
not
feel
decline
pressured.
if absolutely necessary. I just don't want to be in a position that somebody else could be able to apply more capacity to.
Okay.
That's just my
Okay.
immediate concern.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
again, like I can pull strings.
I hear that, and I don't want you to. I want to make sure that this fits what you want to do and what you have the capacity
Sure.
to do. That's a big thing for me. So if you feel like the capacity is a little stretch, I don't want you to stretch it even more. And so, yeah, I appreciate that concern. Like you said, I know that you said, if you needed to, you could, but if we can give it to somebody else based off capacity, I would prefer that because I don't want to stretch you too far. You being here
Thank
is
you.
already big for me. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Hey,
As
Nanu.
would I.
Right now, Nanu, can you see my screen? Okay, we're right now going through the committee section for elections. Right now, we are on public relations, and we are looking for somebody. Since nobody immediately wanted to assume this position, now we're recommending people based off who's available. So, yep. So right now we're on public relations. Trey said he's a little thin as far as availability. What else? Jacob is the new president. Jordan is the new vice president. Layla, you're the secretary, correct? Jeremiah is the historian. Sky is the college advisory council. Hold on, let me just go back. That was long. College advisory council community projects. And then right now we're on public relations. So that's a short synopsis of what we've done. Okay. Recommendations. Anybody want to step up for this position or recommend anybody?
I recommend Taylor Davis.
Taylor Davis, according to Jeremiah. What do you accept, deny?
It's actually a thing with I do work and I also do have or other organizations. So that's why I didn't want to like take anything just yet because this is first year on CAB. But I don't mind learning more about it if you could provide me information on it.
Yep. So a short synopsis as far as what this position would be doing. My mind is that you'll pretty much be working hand in hand with the historian. And so the point of this, one thing I really want to emphasize and a little bit about my background is that I'm big on storytelling. If you can compel people with a story, people not only are excited to hear about what you are doing, but they invest in the process, whether that's assistance, whether that's guidance of taking you all certain places. And so my biggest thing is storytelling personally. And so public relations to me, how I'm thinking about it, like it says, you're going to produce like promotional things. You're going to be working on the newsletter, things of that nature. But you're really going to be technically working hand in hand with the historian to make sure that the public image of CAB represents all people, and it's actually a timeline of what we're doing. Does that make a little bit more sense, Taylor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about the rest of y'all? Does that make a lot more sense? Okay. All right. Jacob or Nanu, would you all want to assume this position or take it?
Um, I would like to. I would like to accept.
You would? Okay, perfect. All right. So since there's any opposition, I'm sure not. No? All right. Well, Taylor, looks like you are going to be our new PR person. Congratulations. And I think we have one more. I think this is the last one. So government affairs. So anybody, again, so Nanu, how we're doing it is if you want to, when the position comes on the screen, if you want to take it, there's a raise hand feature in Zoom that you can just raise your hand so we know that who is running. And then when it's your turn to speak, you got a 30-second, essentially 30 seconds to speak on why you believe you'll be a good fit for this position, and then we vote. Okay, so government affairs, who would like to assume this position? Technically, we only have 4 that can do it, FYI. Okay. All right, Nanu, give us your 30-second speech.
First of all, I'm so sorry for being late, everyone. I just had stuff come up, but other than that, I think this aligns pretty well with my major as a public policy, and community support is my main focus. I already work a lot with getting to know current city council. I'm actually going to a meeting next week, so that's something that's super important to me is local government. So just getting to know them more and being able to know what's going on and being able to develop policy or anything that can support our local community would be amazing. So yeah, and also reports are great and I like to write them, and I'd love to learn the ins and outs of writing that, to really know how to properly read them in the future. So yeah.
Great. Any opposed? Things good? All right, Nanu. Well, congratulations. You are a new government affairs person. And I believe that is all for elections. Thank you all for participating, voting. And before we continue, I want to say that this is going to be the majority of you all that are here, that it's going to be pretty much cab. There may be like a person or two missing. I'm not 100% sure. But I do want you all to introduce yourselves. Just say your name, what college you're in, what year you are, and one fun fact. Something that will compel our minds. One fun fact. All right. Anybody can start. Oh, and then whoever starts, you're just going to popcorn it to somebody else until we're done.
Hi, I'm Jordan. Go to Winston State. I'm a sophomore. Fun fact about me is I love Black film, and I'm going to popcorn this to Layla.
Hi, my name is Layla. I go to Winston-Salem State. I'm a sophomore. And a fun fact about me is I'm a criminal justice major. And I'm gonna popcorn this to Jacob.
So my name is Jacob Taylor. I also go to Winston-Salem State, and I am also a criminal justice major. And
What
I'm
year are
going to
you, Jacob?
24.
Okay.
Wait,
All right,
25. My bad.
So what are you, freshman, sophomore?
I'm a senior.
Senior? 25. Oh, my mind is all the way out of the way. Okay, got you. 25, senior. All right. You popcorning next.
Okay, Nanu.
Hi everyone, my name is Nanu. I'm a junior. I go to Salem College and I have 3 cats, and I will popcorn this to Trey.
Hello, I'm Trey. I go to UNC School of the Arts, and I'm a junior here. I'm a stage management major, but also the fun fact is that I also direct and write plays. Oh, and then I'll go to Jacob Burnett.
Hello, my name is Jacob. I'm a third year in the School of Music at UNC School of the Arts. And a fun fact about me is that I've been playing the piano and saxophone for a decade now.
Popcorn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Um, Taylor Davis.
Hi, my name is Taylor. I go to Winston-Salem State and I am a sophomore. A fun fact about me is I love to hike and I have my own fitness group. And I'll popcorn this guy.
Hi, I'm Sky. I go to Salem College. I'm a sophomore. And a fun fact about me is I can play the flute. And I'll popcorn this to Jeremiah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremiah. I go to Forsyth Tech, and a fun fact about me is I study languages.
Popcorn it, Jeremiah.
Um, I popcorn this to Joe Cleary, I'm sorry.
No worries, it's all good. Hi guys, my name is Joella. I also go by Joe. I'm at Salem College with Sky and Nanu. I am a senior this year. And I guess a fun fact about me, I'm currently the assistant director for the Writing Center and the Center for All Writers, our Creative Writing Center as well here at Salem.
What did you say, Joella? Popcorn, you're on mute.
I'm so sorry. Did we get to everyone?
That's a good question. Did everybody go? I think everybody went. Yep. All right. And I wanted to do that just so you all can kind of get an idea of who everybody is, what their skills are, where they are in their careers, as far as colleges. And when we're going to work like during community service events or just go out, this is a way to, conversation starters, So I really want you all to, as much as possible, just build some familiarity with one another. And hopefully that this will be a good year with everybody. Okay. So moving on with the PowerPoint. So one of the things that we want to touch on is the attendance policy. I want to make sure, like Trey said in the beginning, that you all have the capacity to do this, and this is something that you all can benefit from. And so want to ensure that, like, if you are not here to make the meetings, just inform us as to why. One of the things that I'm empathetic to is that everybody has different schedules and things do pop up. So I'm completely empathetic to that. And so this is why I ask for everybody's schedules so I can get the best time that suits everybody's needs, right? And so these are a list of some excused absences and schedule. I think, I did put your schedule is definitely one of them. If it just doesn't permit or something comes out last minute, like I definitely understand that, but do your best to let us know beforehand via email. And you can email either Tabitha or me about like, hey, I can't make the meeting for X reason so that we at least can document why you are not at the meetings. And just let's not allow the unexcused absences to add up because we need a certain percentage. You needed to be here for a certain percentage of time as far as the meetings and events and things of that nature so that you can get the credit and this can be, go on your resume and things of that nature. And so we have some upcoming events. Last meeting, we talked about the governor's office tour. And I really want to emphasize that this is on October 10th, so that should be next Thursday, I believe. And I need confirmation by this Wednesday. If you need an extension on your confirmation, please let me know. Maybe you need to get, information for something that you're doing, but just please let me know that as well. And what we will need from you is your name if you're going. I saw your hand up, Scott. I'm gonna come to you in a second. We're gonna need your name, obviously, but your date of birth and your driver's license number. Those are the things that we need from you. So, yep, Sky, what do you need?
Do you have a time?
As far as for the tour?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get back to you on that. That is something that I should have received. So that's on my mistake, and I'll get back to you on that. I'll put that in the email as well.
Okay, thank you.
Would that be to all of us so that we can get that information as well?
Yep, I'll
Okay,
put
cool.
all of that
Thank
in.
you.
Yep, no problem. Um, and that's my mistake, but it's definitely going to be October 10th, and transportation will be provided. So, yep, Nanu.
About how far is that from here? Just kind of gauging, just to kind of like hear the time and then know when I would get back.
Yep, I'll put that in the email as well.
Perfect.
And yeah, I'll include all that in the email. It's good questions. I apologize for not bringing that here. Um, any other questions? As far as you all, as far as Wednesday as a confirmed date, is that good enough, or do you all need an extension? Because we need it by this week. So I know that I need to send you all the time and the distance, and I'll put that in the email. But as far as having it by this week, that sounds good to everybody?
I do have
Mhm.
actually two questions. Depending on the time, is there any kind of food or, are we expected to kind of prepare that for ourselves? And then if there's any dress expectations, just to
And
kind of have that
I know
in the
dress for sure is dress presentable because we are going to be in a government building, and so you want to look presentable. One of the things I will recommend is like if you bring like a notepad or something like that, just to take notes, get information. And so if you get contact information, you can definitely have that. As far as food, I'm gonna get back to you on that as well, 'cause that's a good question. Any other questions as far as the governor's office? Great. And then we have International Village coming up. This is where we have this as a yearly event. It's going to be on Saturday, October 26th from 11 to 5. And 11 is usually the naturalization process, where people are going to be naturalized citizens and be recognized for that as well. We do have service hours that we need as far as community service hours that we need, and I'll discuss that more in the next meeting. Far as how we want to go about that, but the community, I believe, Sky, you are the one that assumed this position, community council. We'll be discussing that more in depth as far as what opportunities we can give and share with everybody, so that we can get our community service hours up. Okay. As far as the name, date of birth, and driver's license number for the governor's office tour, that is everybody okay with that? Nobody has any problems? Okay. All right, so the next meeting. So one of the things that we discussed in the previous meeting is trying to have meetings twice a month, one virtual, one in person. And so based off of the availability that was giving to me, Mondays and Fridays work better for people. And so I really wanted to do something that was like set in stone. And so like let's say the suggestion I put here was like a second Monday and a fourth Friday. And then like Monday virtually like we're doing now, and then Friday in person. Based off everybody's calendars and things of that nature, what would you all want to do? Again, this is just a suggestion based off what we discussed. But what would you all like to do? So now this is open for discussion.
I like the second suggestion where we meet the second Monday and virtually, and then on the fourth Friday of each month in person. That works for me personally.
Okay.
That works for me as well. If we're gonna meet in person though, is it possible like have it in the afternoon instead of the morning time?
In person, yeah. So for right now, it does, based off your schedules, I put from 2 to 3. So as far as what time you all want to meet, that's something we can discuss right now too.
Wait, from 2 to 3 on Fridays?
That was a suggestion, but
Oh,
you all would discuss you all are going to make the final decision on this.
well, I wouldn't be able to do two from 2 to 3. I have a class at 2 that ends at 2:50. So for me, it would
Okay.
have to be that time frame.
Okay. And then, oh, speaking of schedules, let me make a quick thing. I believe I got schedules from Jeremiah. Did you get my Excel sheet template?
Um,
You haven't? You say you haven't?
no.
Okay, I'll send you that, and I want you to fill that out because I believe you may. Joella, did you get that as well?
I think I did. I'll double check. But if you'll resend it to me, I'll make sure that I get that done this afternoon. I apologize about that.
Worries. And then Jordan, do me a favor, and I'm gonna write this down as well for you. Do me a favor and resend me your schedule, because I think I have the wrong one for you if you have class from 2 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and if anything, I'll probably text you because maybe I'm interpreting your schedule wrong. Okay. All right. Still open to discussion. What do you all prefer?
In person, is that near downtown Winston-Salem? Or
Yes,
where's the
it's in
okay.
downtown Winston-Salem. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
It'll be in City Hall.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. We do have a lot of time. Give me a second. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. I can discuss this with y'all in person right here. So give me a second again. Let me pull this up. Okay, I did make a mistake. Okay, Jordan, I just looked at your schedule. I made a mistake, so I'll correct that.
Yeah, I was just I know where the disconnect was because I put NA instead of not putting not available, I believe.
Okay, and that's my mistake. Okay. Still, as far as the time and everything, do you all prefer the Monday, Friday setup? Is that the preference? Does this time for Monday work? Let's start there. This time for Monday works. Would y'all like to keep this virtual? If you want to keep it virtual, raise your hand on the feature. I see your hand, Taylor, because you probably can't access it. And I know, Jordan, you said you can feature. So, Taylor, you said yes, Jordan, yes, you as well. Okay, so majority consensus is that we'll keep this Monday virtually at 11 a.m. Do you all want to do the second Monday of every month? Is that better? Yes, nodding heads, cool. All right, so Mondays will be virtually the second Monday of every month from 11 to 12. Fridays, since what I'm thinking, somebody has a thing. This is a suggestion I have. Since I messed up the schedule, which is my mistake, what we can do is meet the second Tuesday of October, which would be October. Let me make sure that's the second Tuesday. Okay. Oh, it's second Monday. My bad. Second Monday, which will be October 14th, which I'll send out a calendar invite for that as well. And then for Friday, I'll get the schedule and then email you all based off the schedule, and then you all tell me. If we don't get everybody's response in a timely manner, we can still discuss that and finalize that on the meeting on October 14th as well. Is everybody cool with that? Yes, Jacob?
Is there accessible parking at the city hall when we meet?
There is parking. As far as visitors, Tabitha and I will find out information about that because that's a great question. So I know that we have like 2-hour parkings around. And so with our meeting being up to an hour, I know those parking availabilities will work, but I still want to find out what that would look like for you all beyond 2 hours if needed. Because sometimes I know in-person meetings, the benefit is that if we do community service, not if, but when we do community service projects, sometimes we'll need to prepare. So we can use the meeting as a time to prepare for community service events, right? And so I do want to make sure that if we have to stay over an hour, for any reason, if you all want to do like community service things in person, that, you all don't have to worry about the parking situation.
Are
So
you all
go ahead, Jordan.
are you all able to validate parking?
That's why I was like, I want to find out because I know. Oh, go ahead, Tabitha.
I'm thinking that is a thing that we can do, Colbert, but I'll have to work more with Carlin on that.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
I do have a question about not related to parking, but to community hours. As I mentioned in our last meeting, I regularly do community hours on Mondays, so today. And I don't know if there's something like a sheet I'm supposed to fill out, or is it more of like a, verbal system of, hey, I do this. I just want to make sure.
So there's a sheet that Tabitha and I will use to track everybody's community hours. I remember your specific question, and I didn't get an answer to that for the last meeting, and I'm going to do that. I just wrote that down. Yeah, so I will email you, or I'll just email everybody for clarity on those community hours so everybody's aware. So I remember, so correct me if I'm wrong, your question was because you do it individually, would that count as council hours for you individually, correct?
Yeah, and it's still a community org and everything like that. I know it's not specifically tied to the board activities, so I just want to make sure.
Yep. I will find that out and get that to you by the next meeting. Cool. Great. Okay. Let me make sure. So right now we agreed to have the meetings virtually on Mondays, so the second Monday of every month, and so the next one will be October 14th, correct? What I'm going to also do is going to send you all a list of Robert's rules. So because we've had elections, everybody knows their positions. What we're going to do is that from now on, Jacob, essentially you're going to be running the meetings. And so you and Jordan are going to coordinate how the meetings will look like, obviously with everybody, but you'll coordinate how the meetings will look like for the most part. You'll run it in a Robert's Rules format. I'm going to send everybody what Robert's Rules are and what they look like. And it may take some adjustment even as we go through this process. So don't feel like once we come in by the 14th on Monday, everybody needs to know how to do everything perfectly. We'll learn as we go. And so once we get those together, Jacob, because he's the chairperson, he's going to be running those meetings, and then it's going to be student ran as we want this to be. Okay. All right. Tabitha, do you have anything that I potentially missed on my part before I give it to the students?
No, but I just realized that we did not send the invite to our WS channel 13.
Yep.
So for the next meeting, just know that that will be recorded and it will be public information. So
thanks for that.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody else, does anybody else have comments, questions, thoughts?
I have one comment. For future meetings, if possible, could you send out like maybe a reminder like the day before the weekend? I know like if we're gonna have a meeting on Monday, then the day that you'll be able to send a reminder is like on Friday. I have a very busy schedule, and I do check my emails regularly, but sometimes it might slip my mind. And I'm sure that's for other people as well. So just a reminder like, hey guys, we do have a meeting on this day. And if we're gonna like switch out the days, like the day before Friday, just remind that we have a meeting on Friday,
Okay. We'll do
Thank
that.
you.
I did have a question. In the original like email that had government positions like within the org, there wasn't the position that I ended up applying for, and that's totally okay. But I just wanted to see if there was like a better list of like expectations or anything outside of the board time that I might be doing. If there's any details, that would be great. If not, that's cool. But
no worries. Can you just clarify your question for me? I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you sent the email saying the things that we could run for within the board, there wasn't the position that I ended up running for. So I did not know that that was an option. And so if there's any details about, maybe any expectations for this position outside of like the 3 bullet points,
Yeah.
just so I can, figure out if there's time outside this board meeting that I need to, put aside for that. I just want to make sure.
Okay, so you're essentially, just so I'm understanding, you want to make sure that all the what the position is requiring, you have all that information. Okay, yep. I will send out, let me write this down as well. I'll send out the committee duties, so it's going to have the executive positions and the committee positions and their descriptions as well. So I'll send that in the follow-up email.
I have one more comment.
Mhm.
This doesn't have to be directed to any specific like leadership role, or like maybe we can work as a council. But I think in today's times it's important that we build up a social media presence, even if we create like an Instagram to target the college community. Like everybody's on social media, and I realize we do not have an Instagram page or Facebook or Twitter or anything. So I think that we need to work as a council to also build up a social media presence. And the council being more so on campus so that students of our universities know that we do exist and are working for the betterment of us. So yeah, that is a suggestion.
Okay. Tabitha, are you aware of our social media policies as far as CAB?
Not 100%, but I know that our social media platform is not working really well for us because only certain people have access to that. And that will be a marketing question more than to me.
That makes sense. So Jordan, I'm going to already wrote that down as far as what we can do within our like parameters as far as social media for CAP. You were mentioning for CAP specifically, correct?
Yes.
Yep. So I will get more information on that as well, what that looks like and how we can maneuver that. Okay. And then with that being said, that'll be information relevant to both PR and historian. So keep that in mind as we move on and go ahead as far as social media presence.
I was gonna say, if they would like, I can also provide some examples. I know that when we were on the Youth Advisory Council, we connected with a lot of the other councils. We didn't have a social media account, but a lot of them did, and they executed really well. So I can provide some examples of other like councils. There'll be more youth councils, but we could still mirror, it for the college advisory.
Okay, yes, that would be great. And can you send me that information as well? I can also communicate that to the team and to the group as well. Thank you for that. That's a great suggestion. Any other comments, questions, concerns? Okay. So our next meeting that we voted on will be October 14th at 11 a.m. Is that correct, everybody? Good. Okay. Dr. Christian, I know you showed up just now. Do you have any comments or anything that you want to share?
No, I don't.
Okay.
My apologies. My meeting ran over, so hopefully you guys had a very good meeting, and looking forward to hearing about it.
Great, great. All right. Well, guess we're giving you all 14 minutes of your time back. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for speaking, doing elections, and I thank you everybody who is participating in this and doing it to the best of your ability. Sky, I'm putting you on the spot here. You play soccer, right?
Yes.
For the school?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind as far as things that we can do.
Okay.
All right. Well, if there's no other questions or comments, appreciate your time. Wait, Jeremiah said October 14th, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. No worries. Yeah. And I'm going to send everything we just discussed, including the PowerPoint and everything, just like I'm going to regularly send this out. You're going to get the agenda, you're going to get the meeting minutes, you're going to get the PowerPoint and all these other details that we communicated. I know everybody's learning styles is different, and I want to ensure that I'm keeping that in mind as we go on. I know this can be a lot of information. And so as you're saying, Jordan, with the reminder emails and things of that nature, I want to make sure that I'm showing up for you all so that you all can show up for each other.
Thank you. We appreciate that, Mr. Colbert.
Yep. So if you all don't have anything else, hey, I appreciate your time and giving you some time back. So thank you all. Have a good Monday and let us know if you need anything. You'll hear from us soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You all too.
Hey, quick question.
Yep.
So, there's a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That he lives in the city, but he's taking some online classes and whatnot at another school. And he expressed some interest in college advisory board. How would that look? Is that something that's possible?
It is. You say he takes online classes?
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Jacob Chan.
Jacob Chan. Spell his last name for me, please, so I can make sure it's correct.
CHAN.
CHAN?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have his email and or phone number? If you do, can you put it in the chat? If you don't, it's
fine. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
One. I think that should be it there.
Right there. That's his phone number?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 972-2146. Yep, that should be it.
All right.
We will reach out to him because I remember us getting information about like we can still add people.
Okay.
And so yeah, we'll reach out to him and get all that information.
Okay.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Am I
Thank you,
free to
Jacob.
open the door to like other people at WSSU too, or is this like
I believe you can.
Okay.
I think so too, yeah.
You said what, Tabitha?
I said I believe so from what Dr. Christian said the other day.
Yeah, I believe you can. That's my understanding as well.
Okay, so the goal is more members stuff.
Yeah.
Is that like the goal, or is it something like it just doesn't matter?
No, it's a goal in regards to so you said
Okay.
what, Tabitha?
The more the merrier.
That's how I'm thinking about it because we want to like as who was talking about this? Jordan, right? When we're talking about social media presence, and I know I talked about the storytelling, the more like Tabitha said, the more the merrier, and how we can visually make this more appealing to other people. And so yeah, we're gonna we didn't talk about it today, we talked about it last meeting, but the apprenticeship program is going to be big, and so the more people that come, the access you have to the city is going to be exponential, and it can benefit you in your career.
Okay.
So yeah, we want more people. We want them from different schools as well. So if you know other people from different schools, let us know.
Okay, including schools outside of Winston.
Oh, I don't know if it's schools outside of is it schools outside of Winston? We'll get back to you on that.
Okay. All right, I appreciate you all.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Have a good day.
All right. You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.